I, as the owner of this company, believe firmly, and will never, never not believe this, that if I can take care of the culture of Seejepp, take care of the culture of my company, and understand that a healthy, happy, and fulfilled crew is a crew that can translate that feeling and emotion to the client, then everybody wins. It's like everybody is unique at Seejepp. Every person is different, and I love everybody's uniqueness. For example, we have John. John is the very first staff member we've ever had. I remember sitting with John in college, because we went to college together. I told him, I was right next to him, and I said, John, wouldn't it be cool if one day I opened my own agency and you'd be my first staff member? And guess what? That's exactly what happened. As the agency grew, he was the first phone call, he was the first person I called, and he was the first staff member, and he's still working today as our creative director. John is incredibly patient, he's incredibly loyal, and when he talks, people listen. And I love John very much, more than just a coworker, but as a friend and a brother. I think you're amazing, John, and I appreciate you very, very much. And then we have Mason. I remember I've known Mason long before he became a staff member at Seejepp, and Mason went out to college. He actually went to support his wife in Beaverton in Portland, Oregon, as she went to dental hygiene school, and he started taking college courses at ASU online in business. And as that started winding to a close, the company was growing, and I was like, Mason, please come work with us. And that was a risk on my part because I didn't know if we could handle it. We just continued to go forward. And the reason why I did that is because I knew the gem that Mason is. Mason is an incredible person who cares almost too much about you, about the client, about the work. He cares so much that it sometimes takes away from him personally. But what I love about him is he is very, very self-sustaining and self-motivated. And he's incredible to be around, and he's a genuine leader to the people that he leads. Brian Clark is our developer, probably the most boisterous, opinionated, like hard-headed one we have other than me at the company. He's the guy that he'll call me out on the floor if he doesn't agree with something. He's not afraid to hurt your feelings, I guess. I mean, he's not cruel. He's not gonna bullshit you. He's gonna tell you what he feels because he feels that it's right, but he's also super humble. He can dish it out, but he can also take it. And that's what we love about Brian. He's like the old man of the office. He's the guy that brings the dad jokes. And Brian's incredibly wise, he's incredibly smart, and he's the only one that can do what he does in the office, and we really appreciate him very much. Then we have Justin. Justin is a really cool case for me. He's kind of like my spirit animal. I kind of get along with him on a personal level a lot. We have a lot of the same interests, so I really, really enjoy Justin as a person and as a friend. He's become a great friend of mine. I don't think there's anybody more hard on themselves than Justin. He really takes things to heart. He wears his heart on his sleeve, but a lot of people would say that that's a negative thing about a person when I think it's a really great positive. I think Justin's a beautiful soul, and I never, never want to see that change in him. Justin is super caring about his work, and he's very receptive when you want to talk to him about, hey, like, what do you think of this? He's very open and he's very easy to work with. And Justin is just a very kind, wonderful, like beautiful soul who's just wonderful to be around. And he was one of the people, he came up the stairs, came into the office during a meeting, dropped off his resume and made his presence known. And just so happens we needed someone with his skills, and we hired him just very shortly after that. And I just really appreciate it because we live in a world where a lot of people, they just want to send an email, respond to a Facebook post, and say, message me. Like if someone says there's a job available, they're all, message me, I'd love to work there. Like nobody really wants to put feet on pavement to get it done. Justin did, and now look at him when he's growing with us. And I can see a huge, wonderful future for not only Justin, but everybody on the team. Alyssa, she went to school with me. We went to college together, and Alyssa's, oh my gosh, Alyssa is like one of the strongest women ever. Like, you cannot phase her. She is like, in a good way, she's stone cold, like, don't mess with Alyssa, because she will tell you how it is. I think she might be the female version of Brian. But no, she's so wonderful. She's a great person, and she's always growing as a person. She's always learning new things, and she's not afraid of criticism. And Alyssa brings us a lot of joy to the office, and I think a lot of people depend on her, and I don't think she knows that. I think a lot of people look to her for stability and calmness, because Alyssa's strength is her ability to remain calm in a stressful situation. And I think Alyssa's really brings that aesthetic and energy to the rest of the team. And I really appreciate that about her. Then we have Jules. Jules is one of our newest members of the team, and she came in. I wasn't really sure how she'd fit in because we're starting to become a company who are hiring people that I don't know. A lot of the people that are at Seejepp are people that I knew, but we're starting to see people come in now that I have no connection with, so we have to be very selective in the people that we hire. So when Jules came in, she came in willing to work under an internship, and we're very thankful for that, because that is a very nice short time where we can get to know somebody, they get to know us to see if they fit in. Jules came in and did exactly what we want people to do, is come in and carve a place out for themselves by adding value that we can't live without. Jules is an incredible worker. I think Jules was hungry and she was looking for her place, and not only in the workplace but in the world. She was just finding a place to fit in, and she fits in perfect with us, and we fit perfectly with her. And we're just so grateful for Jules. And as this video plays, she is currently growing in this business at incredible speed. She's starting to be client facing, starting to do an account manager stuff. She's doing social media. She's a sponge, and it's like she's drinking from a fire hose, but she's just able to take it all in. And we're just super grateful for Jules as she grows with our company. Timmery left us to go do a nanny position in France, which we miss her very much, and we can't wait to see Timmery again. So shout out to Timmery. We miss you, and we still love talking to you, and Timmery still works with us on a digital level, but she'll be back. So Callie took that position as an account manager. Callie was a client first. Callie worked for one of our clients, who you might be here today, but we put out a job posting for an account manager, and Callie had worked with us enough and seen me speak a few times, and I think she really liked our culture. So she applied for a position. I talked to Mason, who's actually a friend of hers, and it was a no-brainer. And Callie is winning over, she's already won us over, but she's winning over clients all the time. Callie puts a lot of pressure on herself, and she can take it. And she's super, super efficient, and she's an excellent communicator. What I love most about Callie is she's always treats herself as if she's behind, meaning she's never in the lead. She doesn't lead from a place of like laziness. She leads from a place of rest, but she's just a hustler deep down in her heart, and she works really hard to make sure that clients are happy with the things that we're doing, but also understand the value of what we're doing. And so Callie, you are just an incredible leader. I think you don't realize how many people at Seejepp look up to you, and they look to you to be that leader that you are. And I'm just so grateful to have Callie as a part of our team. Chris Allred. I've known Chris longer than I've known anybody in the whole office that works for this company. Chris is my former brother-in-law and my brother forever, one of my best friends of all time. Chris has not been able to work for a very long time because of some disability issues, but that dude has come and to his own element. In the past year, he has got on this insanely great diet plan. He's taken care of himself. He's just become super healthy and super efficient, but super focused and driven. And since I've known Chris so long, I've seen a progression in him, and he's grown so much, not just in this company, but he's grown as a human being, and I am so freaking proud to be working with Chris. If you could see Chris in a day-to-day element at Seejepp, he would blow your freaking mind. That dude lives in North Spokane. He drives to Coeur d'Alene every single day, and he's probably one of the first people in the office every single day, and a lot of times he's the last to leave. He cares a whole lot about the future of this company, and I'm incredibly inspired and impressed by his work ethic and his hustle, and I'm so encouraged and I'm so grateful to have Chris, because he's doing a lot of the things that I did, meeting with clients and new prospects. Chris comes from a very successfully done sales background, and he's very good at that, and he is an excellent communicator. And I'm just super grateful to have him. I love you very much, just like I do everybody at the team. But Chris will always have a special place just because of who he is and who he's always been. He actually came into Seejepp and kind of just made his own way. I don't think I ever really hired Chris officially. I think he just kind of came in and just made himself present. And in his head, he was like, yeah, there's opportunity here and I can fill that need, and he carved out a piece for himself, and now we can't live without him. He even, I think, came in and everybody was kind of like, who is this guy sitting in our office? It's just Chris, it's this random guy. It's like if you really wanted a job, you just walk in and sit down and say, I work here, and they just start filling out the paperwork. That's what Chris did, and I think that's freaking awesome, to be honest. And he's came in and just done amazing things for us and amazing things for our clients. And he sees a great future at this company, and I see a great future in him. And I'm just really grateful that he's a part of my life, and I'm grateful he's a part of my company. Josh Blakely, Baller Blakely. I had this idea over a year ago to start a vlog that I was gonna start. And well, let's even go back a little bit farther. I went to school with Josh at NIC, and he was just a graphic designer, and I was a graphic designer. Just a cool guy. He's into parkour. He's into living in trailers and tents. Like, he's a very outdoorsy, hiked the PCT. He's just incredibly adventurous and free, and I love that about him. And he could hike mountains with bare feet. Like, he's that kind of guy, you know, live in a hammock. I don't know, all that kind of stuff that I admire so much about him. And when he got out of the PCT, he needed a job, and I had a job opening, and I knew Josh. I knew the kind of guy he was. I knew his soul. I knew he was kind. I knew I could trust him. It was an easy hire. Had like a half-hour interview. He came in, hired him as a graphic designer. And then eventually I thought about, oh, we should start doing more video at Seejepp. So I was like, Josh is the perfect guy. So we gave him a camera and we started winging it, started making things happen, started creating, and he has, what I love about Josh, other than him being an amazing, kind-hearted, soft-spoken individual, but he has an eye for beauty. He has an eye for creative. He knows what speaks to the human soul when it comes to video. It's the things that Josh has inside of him are the things you can't teach. And I love that about him so much. And he is an excellent communicator in creative assets, such as video. He probably edited this video you're watching right now. So Josh came in and we started this vlog that I'm doing. We've been doing it over a year, and him and I have been shooting it consistently, and it's just been going awesome. We've traveled now together, traveled to Indianapolis, done video shoots. I can stay with him. We stayed in hotels together. We've traveled. He's just the perfect person to work with, and I know, and I speak for everybody at Seejepp, that we're very, very grateful to work with such an amazing human being. Max is our newest member of Seejepp. I've known Max for a long time. Actually, I first met Max years ago when I worked as a graphic designer for another agency in Spokane. We didn't talk much then, but I knew of him, and I know he works with one of my best friends in the whole world. He works with Kevin Graham and doing a lot of video production and stuff. And Max, I don't need to sit here and talk a lot about his work. Max is an incredible videographer and creative. He can see beauty. He's very good at what he does and telling stories via video. But what I love a lot about Max is his personal demeanor and how he comes across. He's so peaceful to be around. I like being around Max. I could be around him a lot, and he's so kind and he's so respectful, and he's just a good-hearted person. And I just know, and I speak for the entire team, that Max, you make people feel good when you're around. People like you. So having Max as a part of the team is incredibly helpful to us because of not only his professionalism and the things that he's able to do creatively, but because you really fit in with our culture and fit in with people around. You definitely take us up levels in regards to the output of what we're doing for our clients and for everything that we're doing. But you also bring us down a lot of levels in anxiety and stress because you're just a great and wonderful, kind person to be around. And I know that everybody enjoys you. I've had many comments. You've already had a vote for MVP and you've barely been here. So thank you, Max. Appreciate you very much. Bruce Ware is our business coach, somebody I hired when the company started to grow very quickly. And I think when I look at that as it's almost like a Jenga block, and it starts growing tall and you start taking pieces from the bottom because you don't really know where to get the pieces from, it starts to wobble, right? And so I hired a business coach in Bruce Ware, and I took a big, not a risk, but in my own mind it was a risk because hiring a business coach, it's considerable. And I did it, and I put my faith in Bruce, and he came in, he brought me such sustainability and confidence and organization. So I want you to know as clients, like it's not just some young people here at a company winging it. We have really great, wise individuals from the corporate world helping us out, making sure we're doing things right, and Bruce has done that for us. Bruce is an incredible business coach. He's an incredible mind, and I respect him. And Bruce, I look at you like a father figure, and I really love you, and I love Linda, and I think you two are just amazing people, and I will always, always be a part of your life as long as you allow me to. Secondly, Tabitha. Tabitha is an incredible partner of this company. She's known as the Cookie Lady. She brings Cookie from Cosmic Cowboy. She's the executive director of the Centennial Trail Foundation, but she also does a lot of PR work for companies like Children's Village, like Cosmic Cowboy, and Summit Cider and Current Seltzer and stuff like that. She is an incredible, wonderful, independent, strong, fierce woman who is free. And I love everything about her. I think she's just an absolute wonderful person. And I know that every person at Seejepp is incredibly grateful for you. And you bring such a great energy to me and such a support to me. And I'm just so happy that you're a part of this whole thing. And we would not be where we are or be as motivated or inspired without you. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing in the community. I really appreciate you. LeAnn. LeAnn is my profit coach. Well, she is somebody that came into my life, and with Bruce building up the company of sustainability and organization and helping us grow, Tabitha inspiring and helping us network and do all these great things and events and all this stuff. There's a lot of times as businesses that we grow and the money's there, or it's coming in, or you're profitable, or you're non-profitable, or maybe you just don't freaking know what you are. You just know that you're just doing like I am. I'm a decision maker. I think a little bit less than I do, which is fine. That's why I have Bruce, and that's why I have these coaches to help me get it right, gauge that and balance those scales out. But LeAnn came in and said, Corey, are you making money? And if you are making money, if the company is making money, which we are, she says, where's that money going? Are you doing everything you need to do to build your company the right way financially? Are you getting profit, and where's that profit going? Are you sustained? Are you fulfilled? Are you getting any benefits as an owner as well? She takes care of me as an owner, and she takes care of my staff members. That being said, we're adding profit sharing in 2019 to Seejepp. New PTO programs, full medical, health, and dental and vision benefits at Seejepp to all of our staff members. And LeAnn was a big part of making sure that that happened. So LeAnn's the kind of person that I came along and said, hey, I'd love to offer benefits. I'd love to be able to do this. I'd love to be able to give raises. She helps me do that, and she also takes care of me. And I really appreciate you, LeAnn. I trust you with all my heart. I trust you with my money. I trust you with it all. You can have whatever you want, and I trust that you'll always take care of me. In my personal life, I'm very thankful also for my two children, Presley and Reese. I think they're here tonight, but if they are, they're probably not happy I'm saying their name and giving them all the attention, but I love you two very much. And I just really want you to know that without you girls, there's not a whole lot of extra motivation for me. And my family is you, and my family is this team. And I just want to let you girls know that I love you, and I'm going to continue on and just hopefully make you proud. So I love you. That's it.